jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know the first in the building. Big blunts and boxing on deck. Salute, OG. Salute to you, man. I see you. Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease. What's good with it? I see you on deck. Salute, WCS, my big bro. Salute to you, man. You know, we got the hitters on deck. You know what I'm saying? We got the hitters on deck. As always, ready to talk this boxing. Ed was on deck. Salute, WCS. I know you have to be excited as me. Bud is getting another strap. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Of course, man. Of course. We own this, man. So for those of you that's in the building for the first time, hit the like button. And the regulars, you already know what the routine's about. We're going to get down to it. It's so much to unpack. His excellency, Turk Al-Sheikh, the royalty from across the sands, is finally making his debut in the U.S. And you would be amazed to know who it is. Terrence Bud Crawford is going to be the main event in the first card, with Turk Al-Sheikh on the grounds, on the soil of the U.S. of A, y'all. This is a fighter who moves funny and don't do great business, don't sell tickets. Turk Al-Sheikh is absolutely fond of Terrence Crawford as a fighter. He himself is fond of being a boxing fan. I respect and salute the man because he's not showing no extreme bias, man. This man is working with all the promoters he can work with. He's working with all of them. Even the PBC he's working with now. We have Isaac Cruz. We have Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? We have freaking Tim Zoo, Virgil Ortiz. We're going to get to all that. But the man is coming over here, and it must be, I don't know what his feeling is. You know how he's feeling. But he's coming over here and he don't have to request any budget paperwork. He has his own team. He has his own promo. He's setting up these fight cards the way he want to set them up. It's a damn good year it's turning out to be in 2024. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the only way I can look at it. This man doesn't have to wait in line and you know, hope. He's coming over here with the boxes checked off already. T's crossed, I's dotted. He's doing his thing, man. Let's get down to it. People's champion. 40 victories in, 0 defeats. Terrence Bud Crawford is on his quest to become 3-time undisputed. The people's champion. The people's champion, Terrence Crawford, set his debut in the super welterweight division. Word has came out that August 3rd, 2-time undisputed world champion will contend for the WBA and the WBO crown. I know it's going to be some people that love correcting me. I already know what the interim says. Still for the WBO. You know what I'm saying? I only have so much room to write. Once again, August 3rd, two-time undisputed world champion Terrence Bud Crawford will contend for the WBA WBO crown. That's great news, man. It made me want to go back to the cadence days, y'all, when I wore the smoky and I was on Paris Island. And I had this dang cadence say, motivation. Dada, got a lot of dedication. Motor, dada. Motor, got a lot of motivation. Dada, got a lot of dedication. Hoorah. Marine Corps. It want to get you out there and put on some boots. It make you want to run up some hills and shit, man, with the rifle strapped over your back. Boxing has finally been revived in 2024. And of course, there's other fights that's going on. Real talk. There's other fights, y'all. But of course, I got to talk about the number one pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? Out of Omaha, Nebraska, that's contending for his 4th divisional title. He's contending for his 4th divisional title. Can't stop, won't stop. Turk Al-Sheikh is making his debut to come over here and entertain us with a heavy fight card that's going to be on the West Coast in Los Angeles, man. Can we ask for anything more? Will we have gotten a card this heavy? Would it have been still ongoing? Oh, man, that fight ain't happening till 2027. Oh, man, it's a block. It's this. I must tell you that it feels oh so good. You know what I'm saying? As I always say, man, it feels so good to just rub it in their pupils. Just take a big glob of vapor rub and just massage them. Because first it was Errol Spence coming out of the woodworks. You know, he came out the goddamn bunker and everybody was up here doing thumbnail. Oh, PBC blocks Crawford. Then somehow Jamel, he came out his bunker, his burrow. Oh, I'm activating my resets. That got shut down. That got shut down quick. Now he's about to do something that they haven't even been able to do. Like, we don't know what the hell going on with Spence. Nobody really cares. We see so many other PBC fighters that's up here, you know, getting these fights. Did Errol get a piece of the pie? Because I see PBC cards over there with the Sheik. You know what I'm saying? He's over here doing big things, man, in 2024, bro. But this is about the guy who beat the brakes off of Errol Spence last year. He will do something extra special in his quest for a 4th divisional title. And that is be the headliner on the card at the BMO Stadium this year. And it's a lot that's at stake here. His quest for unification. You know what I'm saying? A 4th divisional layer to his body of work, his professional portfolio. He continued to solidify himself as the best there is in the sport of this era. So it's just more accolades packed on and packed on and packed on, y'all. They had a presser today. We're going to get to that. And we needed some resuscitation in boxing this year. It was just too many games being played. You know, it was almost like, you know, back in the day when I used to watch 3 or 4 channels. We only had like 3 channels. And you didn't have a choice of what you was watching. And you used to enjoy where the cartoons came on and shit. Like, it didn't matter if the same cartoons came on. It's like you wanted just a little laugh and then you was going to go out and stay outside for like 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it was getting like, you know, listen to people just create bullshit on the YTC and really not talking about something that's set in stone. This fight card is set in stone, y'all. They're going to be fighting at the BMO Stadium, Los Angeles, California. Israel Madrimov, undefeated, 11 professional fights, 10 victories, 0 defeats, and 1 draw. Hosting 7 knockouts. This is a tough fight for Bud. You know, Bomac said it at the presser. This is a tough fight for them. And he's been, knowing about Madrimov ever since the amateurs. That's what I like about Bomac. He's always studying these fighters, man. Just like he said, man, we done studied Spence forever. We done looked at Canelo. He's always acting like he's a professor. He's performing as a professor. He's cracking open the curriculum. He's learning, reading, preparing himself. Now he gets to go in there against a different team, a different division, with one of the best fighters that's been on his tutelage. So now they get to go on another quest in a higher division and prove to the people that ain't nothing changed. They still the best. They still the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. You know what I'm saying? In this era. Shout out to Mr. International Toby Bartlett in the building. What's good with it, Toby? Salute WCS in the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Saddle up my camel. I'm riding with the turkey. Yeah, I'm riding with the Turk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I went out there trying to look for some camels there, Toby. Them things weren't going for the low. For real, they wasn't. They was pretty expensive. And I said, can I finance one of them? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be able to get me from here to there? Or better yet, am I going to be able to survive? I don't think I'm going to be able to survive. Shout out to the OG Mr. Golden, man. Salute to you. Shout out to Juice Lee in the building. I see you on deck, man. What it do? Jay on deck. What's good, everybody that's dropped through? Shout out to Morris on deck. So let's keep this moving. For those of you that may want to attend this fight, it's going to be at BMO Stadium, Los Angeles. And as you heard, they decide to, take it to a smaller arena, for whatever reason, reduce the capacity. Because at this point, no one's really, before now is looking at the pay-per-view that the Sheik Riyadh season has been putting on. But of course, with Bud Crawford headlining, they're going to come out and try to tell you, oh man, he didn't do great numbers. Who cares? You got to reset. You got to think about how special this shit is. He beats Madrimov. It sets up a fight with him and Fundora. A lot of haters waiting on him to fight Fundora. They waiting on that man to go in there and become a lumberjack. Crawford gonna wear a goddamn sleeveless plaid shirt to the presser with some old beat up jeans with a damn axe strung across his shoulder. I come here for one goddamn thing and one thing only. I come to chop that mother effing tree down. You think we don't chop trees down in Omaha? You sadly mistaken. I'm about to chop this goddamn 3, 4, 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to swim without getting bloody too. That's what I'm saying, man. He's going to turn into a lumberjack. Let's talk about Turk Al-Sheikh. Reviving boxing from Saudi Arabia now to the U.S. with exciting fight cards. We needed this, man. He's been over there in the sand. And what better representative for him to make his debut over here in the U.S. soil than having Madrimov, the champion, facing the pound for pound best. And he also mentioned this in the freaking presser as to why he was fighting Madrimov. He said he considered Madrimov the best at 154 right now, so why not face the best? Come on, man. That's typical Terrence Crawford language right there. That's typical behavior from him, bro. That's typical behavior. He want to fight the best, bro. Hustle man in the building. Salute to you. I see you in the building on deck, man. What's good with you? Appreciate the $2 super chat from Thomas Morris, man. Salute to you. A lot of support for Boxing Talk. Appreciate you, man, for dropping that $2 super chat. Samar Warren on deck. One love to you, brother. So it's some good positive, calendar dates we can strike out. We can make sure we put a star. That's August 3rd. August 3rd is going to be a heavy card. Heavy card. I love it, man. I love that somebody else is able to come over here without having to ask these people over here. They don't have to ask they don't have to ask none of these promoters. I'm gonna put it this way. They don't have to ask none of these promoters. Boxing don't have a commission, overall commission. It doesn't have a governing body. It's not regulated. So the Turk doesn't have to come over here and submit paperwork. The only thing him and his team has been doing is communicating with whatever fighters that they want on this card with the promoters if they're on the contract to make it right. That's it. Besides that, I don't hear none of these fighters complain about getting paid. I don't hear none of these fighters up here second guessing going to a card over there. Fighters are trying to get on cards with the Riyadh season. They're trying their best to get on the card, bro. Real talk. What they used to say back in the day, I'm stoked. Official fight card on deck, y'all. Riyadh season undercard. Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu. What? Former WBO 154 pounds Tim Tszyu, 24-1, 17 knockouts. Makes his first appearance after losing his title last March. Tszyu faces big punching Ortiz. 20-0, 20 knockouts. I say again, Virgil Ortiz, if you forgot, has 20 wins complemented with a bow tie of 20 knockouts. This right here, I'm telling you, I am a heavy Crawford fan, but something tells me this Virgil Ortiz Tim Tszyu fight is going to be going to be epic, just like Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. I don't want to go and say, okay, it ain't going the distance. I just know this fight right here, it has a whole lot of fireworks attached to it. Style for style, engine for engine, this is going to be a damn good fight, man. I really didn't get an opportunity like many to see Virgil Ortiz really put his skills on display at 154. He got old boy up out of there and like a sneeze, 2 coughs and a sneeze, achoo, and then the fight was over. Did you know who was refereeing? Tony Weeks. He stopped the fight out, Virgil was sitting down on some punches, but, boy was defending himself. But good old Tony Weeks made another debut. Maybe he had a flashback and thought it was Barroso. And he wanted to goddamn hurry up and end the fight. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a hell of a fight, man. This is going to be a hell of a fight. Virgil Ortiz, Tim Tszyu, a hell of a fight. Next, they have Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller. What? The Andy Ruiz that made Anthony Joshua quit. Hey, Toby, don't feel no type of way, man. I've been keeping the same energy about Joshua. I'm not trying to sound like I'm a hater. You know what I'm saying? But I always got to throw that in there when it comes to Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? A fighter that walked into there with 1 loss to Joseph Parker. Last minute replacement. Imagine this, y'all. He's fighting the very same guy that provided him the opportunity. Jarrell Miller was supposed to step in there with AJ, and he tested positive for 2,532 chemicals or whatever, from goddamn Kodiak Bear to testosterone to goddamn T-Rex HGH. You know what I'm saying? Martian EPO. He was on some immortal shit. Marvel comic freaking testosterone mixed with EPO, HGH, TRT. He was on some Martian shit, dog. He has so much shit in his system. But they are fighting, y'all. Andy Ruiz is fighting Jarrell Miller, who was removed from the fight card, allowing Andy Ruiz to go in there and become unified world champion in NYC against Anthony Joshua. I don't think anybody have said that yet, but you just heard it here. You know how I like peeling back the onion and the layers. That's going to be a hell of a fight. Shout out to Jarrell Miller, who took that loss against Daniel Dubois, who had his rocky moment. He tried to bully. He tried to press. But goddamn Daniel Dubois, the much smaller champion, the more fit champion, he showed he had that resilience. And he goddamn ended up stopping Jarrell Miller in the last round. Dun, 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 dun. You heard it playing. You heard it playing. It was Daniel Dubois' rocky moment against Jarrell Miller. Andy Ruiz, this man was the first Mexican heavyweight champion. He won the unified titles and then went over to Saudi. And I guess they goddamn told him, Andy, when you get off the plane, you just go straight to the ballroom. We have breakfast and dessert and dinner and brunch all waiting for you. We want you to get nice and pudgy. Andy Ruiz came in there looking like he was trying to be Abdullah the Butcher. Hey, Andy Ruiz came in there with that rematch with Joshua like he just left a pastry eating contest. But I'm not going to dog him out because I actually like Andy Ruiz's style. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a different type fight, real talk. Jarrell Miller, I know he's going to be in better shape than he was with Daniel Dubois. And this is going to be a hell of a fight, man. That's only 2 fights on this card. Then we have the debt collector. I call Isak the debt collector, dog. Isak has one of the best engines in the sport. I'm not comparing him to Terrence Crawford. I'm just saying he has one of the best engines. Isak Cruz does the same shit over and 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 over again. But depending on who he's in there with, he wasn't too effective with Giovanni, but he was in there with Rolly. And he was able to crack him upside the head. He's going there against Jose Valenzuela. El Rayo. You remember El Rayo, who was on the rise, and De Los Santos stopped him. He had to build himself back up. And then him and Chris Colbert established a little bit of rivalry, y'all. In the first fight, I felt El Rayo was robbed. They didn't put, he wasn't stuck up anything. It wasn't armed robbery. This was the 3 people on the side. This was observation robbery. This was corrupt robbery. Because obviously I felt, and a lot of other people felt, that El Rayo beat Chris Colbert. And they ended up having a rematch, y'all. And we all seen what happened. Rock goodbye, baby. You seen it happen. El Rayo knocked that man clean out when he wasn't even listening to his corner. And Valenzuela said, oh, no problem. I'll take care of this. One of the worst knockouts, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the worst knockouts. He put Chris to sleep in between the ropes. This is going to be a hell of a fight, y'all. Isak Cruz, Jose Valenzuela. The debt collector against El Rayo, the one who has risen again. I'm telling you. They say WBA light welterweight champion Pitbull Cruz makes his first defense of his title against the popular but struggling Rayo Valenzuela. The popular but struggling? Who wrote this shit? Who comes into the fight with a 1-2 in his last 3 fights. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is going to be a tough fight for both. I don't know why they saying Rayo's struggling. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is going to be, let me do something right quick. Let me go and fish for, hold up for a second. Because that, I could have sworn. Because sometimes I get a little puzzled. Okay, so they talking about his loss with Edwin De Los Santos. So I was pretty much on track. I thought he won the first Chris Colbert, but they up here talking as if um, he's a struggling fighter. Well, I thought I thought he won the first fight. I thought he won the second one. Clearly the second one. You know what I'm saying? Via knockout, but I thought he won the first one too. But man, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. Isaac Cruz, man. Jose Valenzuela via the Riyadh season. Yo, that's that's 3 fights. That's over the top already, dog. Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu. Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller. Isaac Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela. Then, check this out, y'all. The man himself who they were saying that, he should fight this person, that person. I always used to tell them he ain't fought nobody yet. This, that, and the other. He's moved up to 175. They say he's up there hoping for a clash with David Benavidez. David Morrell is at light heavyweight now. Another hell of a fight, yo. He's going in there against Kyle Company. You know what I'm saying? David Morrell is 10-0 and 9 knockouts. He moved up to 175 to broaden his horizons after being locked out of big fights at 168. 4 hitters for you, y'all. 4 hitters. Could anybody in the U.S. bring you this card like this? With the main event being what it is. Could anybody else bring you a freaking undercard like this? And then to dress it all up, they bringing in Andy Cruz, man. The man who came on deck and fought his first fight, a 10-rounder. The man who's undefeated, who's under the tutelage of Bozy Ennis over there in Philly. The Cuban sensation who's going in here, putting on the wins. And you know what I'm saying? He ain't even got the freaking, I think, 5 to 6 fights yet. But his first fight was a 10-rounder, and the last one's 10-rounder. He's getting better and better. And we all know the 2020 Olympic gold medalist, Andy Cruz, 3-0-1. Battle veteran Antonio Moran in a lightweight action. The Matchroom promoted Cruz is viewed as a future world champion and superstar at 135 pounds. And if you can't match him up, he was the one that beat Keyshawn Davis. This is the professional ranks, not the amateurs. But I would say him and Keyshawn have did great work since turning professionals. Definitely Keyshawn. So I don't know when we'll ever see Andy and Keyshawn on the same card across the ring from one another. But that you have 5 great fights for your entertaining pleasure. 5 great fights for your betting pleasure. You don't know who's going to win some of these fights. For real. If you look at these fights right here, all of them are pretty much betting fights. Like, man, I don't know who's going to do this. I don't know what the betting odds going to come in. This is a fight card where you can put your money up because you truly don't know. But shout out to the Turk Al Sheik, man, for a hell of a 5-fight roster now with some big names on there. This shit never would have got made in the U.S. at this point in time. Being that you're looking at it correctly, there's some PBC fighters on this card, yo. They get to come out and play and get a check. I like it. That's good to see. I'm glad Turk Al Sheik is doing business with everybody. It don't matter the criticism I had of PBC. I'm glad these fighters themselves are not having to stay on the shelf and get dusty and not be able to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? Because unlike the military, they don't get paid twice a month. They get paid when they perform, when they in fight camp, when they actually step into the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's when they get paid. So it's good to see these fighters getting a check and also to be able to further their career. We got some hitters on here, y'all. We got some MF and hitters, y'all, for real. Y'all definitely look. You know, you can screenshot that. I don't know how many of y'all going to that fight, but that's gonna be a hitter. That's gonna be fireworks. Crawford wins August 3rd, sets the calendar to potentially face unified champion WBC WBO super welterweight Sebastian Fundora, late December of 2024. That's the rumor mill. That's the scuttlebutt that's out there now. Real talk. That's the scuttlebutt that's out there. Let me get to the chat, man. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, with the $10 super chat in the building, lighting up the Christmas tree. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy super chat. Appreciate the $10, man. Appreciate your support. As always, one love to your brother. Same go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? Same go to Mars. Big shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing. $2 super chat in the building. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy fight card. Wonder if Turk helped get Miller's charges dropped. See, we wasn't even talking about the charges there, Blunts. But since you put the super chat up there, I'm gonna put it like this. Boxing has been in situations where we've seen Jarrell Miller, and we don't know if anybody helped him get out for a second time. We've seen several fighters have incidents where their mugshots was put out there for everybody to see. Now, we haven't heard anything since then about his charges. It wasn't like he just got out on bond and he jumped into the fight camp to get ready for this. He's been out the whole entire time. And that's the only information I can give you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I doubt Alex Sheik, somebody's from a foreign country, is saying, hey, your purse is going to be, let's just say his purse is going to be $300,000. Okay. Turk Alex Sheik is not going to say, hey, I got you that attorney. You know what I'm saying? After the fight's over with, you know, the charge is going to be dropped. You put on a good performance. You show good behavior. You know what I'm saying? You come up clean. Okay. CKLEAN. Then I'm going to deduct $50,000 off your $300,000 purse for attorneys, attorney fees and all that. And then you'll be free and clear. So your take home is gonna be whatever, you know, $250. You pay your taxes and everything else. You good to go. I don't think they had that conversation there, Blunts. I don't think they did, brother. I'm just saying, I don't think they did. I don't think they had a conversation like that. Toby said, Bud Crawford, hey, appreciate that super chat, brother. One love to you, man. Appreciate you. As always, thanks for the support. But Crawford versus Madrimov is going to do more pay-per-views than Zoo versus Fundora for sure, 109%. I concur. I concur with you on that. Because, you know, when you got them up there, they want to come watch you fight to see if you're going to lose. That's when the numbers go up. That's when the pay-per-views go up, because they want to see what Crawford's debut is going to look like. They want to see if he's ready. Can Madrimov come in here and shock the world? They want to know, can they have another Gamboa moment, man? That's what they want to do. Come on, Madrimov. They sending him DMs. I know, Madrimov, we hope you're the best. Please, Crawford, hit him in the sternum. Solar plexus. Gamboa did it 10 years ago, and it hurt. And look at Green Machine's fight. Igis Kavalaskis hit him just like that in Crawford. He's chinny. You know, they probably sitting up there talking about Crawford's chinny, man. And then Madrimov sent him, how do you know he's chinny? Gamboa! Look at the fight. It's so long ago. You mentioned that like, I should take that in the fight camp with me. I'm just saying, Gamboa did it. They still up here talking about Gamboa, bro. Is this Madrimov dude all they'll pump him up to be? See, Mars want to come in here and be the Grinch that steals the excitement, man. Yeah, he's everything. He's a champion. He's a reigning defending champion. So of course he's gonna get the highlights. This man is a reigning defending champion. And he's fighting the pound for pound best. So that just further, increases his appraising value, to answer your question. That increases his appraising value. He is a dangerous opponent. I don't think Crawford will ever be tested like he's going to be tested against Madrimov. He is an absolutely dangerous opponent for the Omaha Monster. Dangerous. Dangerous, I tell you. Eddie Hearn said there was more fights to add on this card. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I like it though. And shout out to Eddie Hearns, man. Like I said before, I got to give him his props, man. Eddie has blossomed into a hitter. He has weathered every freaking tsunami wave. He has weathered the inclement weather. He has weathered the USA hate. And he is a hitter. Over in the U.S. footprint, when he initially came over here and they say, what Eddie Hearns think he gonna do? He ain't gonna do shit over here. We already got the big dogs over here. Hey, dude is up there brushing elbows with those individuals who has that liquid, that expensive liquid, that dark liquid. They don't have to go up no chain of command that deals with the US of A being first. Let's check with the USA before we come over that and check it there. No, he just get his team, say, this is fight card I'm thinking about right here. This is who I want. I mean, hell of a fight card. Hell of a fight card. Zoo is better than people give him credit for. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't think anyone is talking about what they give him credit for. I think they knew that heading into Sebastian Fundora fight, he was tough. He put it on display. He showed he's durable. He already showed that he had heart anyway. So it wasn't like he was coming in there with he's tough / a partial quitter. No, man, he had a serious cut on his head that bothered him early in the fight, and he fought through it. I don't think anybody up here thinking he's a bum. I don't think anybody's saying that he's an empty ragu can. You know what I'm saying? Traditional mushroom sauce. I don't think anybody's saying that shit. I don't know, man, what Gumbo's talking about. Can anybody in the chat understand? When I read that word, it's almost like me trying to interpret Braille. When people respond in a certain way, it just becomes all distorted and staticky, almost like Braille. It becomes in dot. All I see is dots, and I can't really, decipher what it is. Maybe somebody can help me out. I don't know why Gumbo continues to, I don't know who he's talking about. I have no idea, really, respectfully. East Money on deck. I see you, man. Salute WCS in the hottest chat. Appreciate you, man. Hammond on deck. What's good with you? They're going to do that anyway. Everybody vertical right now. When Crawford done, all of them going to be laying horizontal. Hey, man, talk that fire, man. Don't hold back on the gas, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it like a fish fry all over again, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the grease is always hot. And all you got to do is just throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Talk that. They all start off vertical. And Crawford lead them laying horizontal. True words spoken. True words spoken. Put that on a flag and run it up the pole, goddammit. Bud said he want to leave an untouchable legacy. What does he mean by untouchable? An untouchable legacy 3 times would be real nice. That'll be something that will leave no debate. And the good thing about it, being what I saw with Bill Haney and freaking Floyd, Terrence Crawford is about to, he's about to surpass Floyd Mayweather, the one who who never wanted to be undisputed. And then when people start talking about people being better, he bring up all these little sub accolades that he got. I get it. You did your thing. But Crawford unifies the 154-pound division. He surpasses you. He surpasses Canelo, in my opinion. He's the first to become 2-time, and he's the dang first to ever become 3-time. He surpasses a lot of your big name fighters. I know it's always going to be up for debate, but when you're the first to do something, you're the first when it comes to undisputed. Come on now, the first male fighter to become 3-time undisputed. I'm not jumping too far. All I'm saying is highly possible when it comes to Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Untouchable legacy. Shout out to Carlos on deck. WCS salute, hottest chat in the MFing game. Yes, sir. We already know who it is and what it's about. Floyd, watch at Blunts, watch Floyd pop up as soon as Bud a belt away from undisputed again. Man, I have to get him a different. I definitely ain't gonna touch on that like at the end of this about that whole encounter. All right. I mean, who would I be if I don't speak on that? Shout for Bill Haney for just goddamn, cutting him at the throat and letting him bleed slowly. Hammond said, I saw Where's 5 fights lined up. Man, it's going to be an entertaining evening and night. Yeah, it is. Do you know that place is going to be packed out? Do you have, y'all do. I'm just speaking out. I'm just talking out loud. Do you know how packed that place is going to be? With a fight card that heavy? That fight card is crazy. From Andy Cruz to David Morrell to freaking Andy Ruiz, Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Isak Cruz. Crazy. Heavy. Real heavy on the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Real heavy. Shout out to Brim in the building. What's good with it, Brim? Salute to your brother. What an MF and card, WCS. This is taking me back to the youth. Seeing a card like this. Hey, man, I'm not even, you know what? I don't feel like entertaining the ones, who are very, very quiet. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's some hate going around. They can't complain about Turk Al-Sheikh and what he's doing. Because boxing it was freaking treading water, man. We was treading in place. We weren't going nowhere. Boxing was just like stuck, man. Like it's almost like watching matinees, on TV, because it's nothing really on. You just watching reruns. You watching and see what's on your DVR. This fight card right here from royalty from across the sands, man, is what we needed. And also the fact that he's putting this card together, and potentially we have another card that to look forward to. He's talking about Jaron Ennis, also getting with Jaron Ennis to make some big fights with him. So man, we got a card, man. We got a heavy card coming up August 3rd. A heavy card. Face of boxing should be given to somebody like Turk, not a fighter. It's a million boxers. It's only one Turk that can do this. Turk, the face of boxing. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to say he the face of boxing, because if you're talking about this era, I don't know if I'm willing to go that far, because this is not the only time Crawford has had a legacy defining moment. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about even when he was with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Crawford has become undisputed based off his fights in the U.S. from U.S. promoters. So we had some really big fights. Even Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about Canelo Alvarez. You're talking about all these fighters who are signed with these U.S. promoters. Naoya Inoue. Even Charlo was able to unify. I mean, it's been some big fights over here. Some really big fights, man. We had Wilder Fury 2 on the West Coast. That was a co-promotion. I can't say he's the face because, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. And Anthony Joshua, AJ and Otto Wallin, no. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, no. Even though I thought Ngannou was gonna freaking flatline Joshua, that's not considered a legacy defining fight. You know what I'm saying? That's not considered that. A fighter who was 0-1 fighting a former unified champion. I'm just saying, I got to move on. I don't want Gumbo to spill his gumbo. With that flashy defense, Andy Cruz reminded me of Sweet Pea. I'm trying to. I looked at my phone. It's Wednesday. I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, Morris. It wasn't happy hour yet. I gotta send a test kit over there. I gotta send a test kit over there. See if you have any type of other substances in your blood that would have you on record as saying some lunacy. That he reminds you of Sweet Pea. The absolute blasphemy. How dare you compare him with 3 fights to the legendary Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker. How dare you? How dare you go there? No way. On the Brown on deck, what's good? Talking about Andy Cruz remind you of USADA, Vada. Somebody need to knock on his door really fast. He can't come over here and charge in a smaller venue. He can't, you know what I'm saying? He can't really go over here and jack the prices up because right now it's a lot of us that understand he has the funding, right? So if he want to come over here to the US and charge us a higher ticket, like extremely higher. Now I'm not in charge. I'm not his CFO, but I'm just saying like for him to come over here and charge $100, which haven't been done like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Madrimov is a champion. But it's not like this is Crawford Canelo. If the Sheik was putting on Crawford Canelo and this heavy fight card, then maybe a bill, you know what I'm saying, would be reasonable. But if he's gonna come over here and jack the prices up on this first card in the US, you know how the US boxing fans gonna be. They're gonna be frowned up, man. They're gonna be all frowned up, clenched fist. You know what I'm saying? Pacing back and forth, shouting obscenities. It's going to get real racial. It's going to get real racial. PM on deck, man. What's good? A new junior middleweight WBC champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford, Jimmy Lennon Jr. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see that. And new junior middleweight WBC champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. It's showtime. Oh, my fault. Showtime is no longer here. My fault, Jimmy. My bad. Shout out to Jimmy Lennon, man. I remember I was up at the top floor doing a live in NYC, waiting to go to the weigh-ins, and Jimmy walked in and put something in the fridge. And, he actually looked over on my live. Don't ask me what live it was, but, he just chopping it up with me for a little bit. Cool people. You know what I'm saying? Cool people. Car ain't got not one cab drive on it. Hey. So, if the car don't have a cab driver, let me see. Oh, let's see. Yeah, you're right, man. But they would have said that Jarrell Miller might be a Uber or a Lyft, but he ain't, man. He ain't, man. He just, Jarrell Miller is one of those guys where instead of just being a DoorDash or a person who delivering the food, he deliver bags. By the time you get what Jarrell Miller is delivering you, he's already done goddamn ate the food. That's what he's doing. Seriously, that's what Jarrell Miller's doing. So we can't call him a cab driver, maybe a DoorDash delivery or something like that, because he like putting shit in the system. But yeah, no cab drivers. Maybe a Lyft. Maybe a DoorDash delivery. They so mad about the car calling it okay. They need to get that hate out of it. Hey, let them call it okay. And them bitches be the same one watching. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be the same one watching. They can say, "Oh, I just can't wait to get to the main event. Crawford, he's gonna have a hard time on Ismail Marjamov. He's gonna have a hard time. He got power in both hands. He may have only 11 fights, but man, Crawford, man, I'm telling you, with all those 40 opponents, the only one he got on his record worth anything is Spence, man. The only thing, and we all know Spence was weight drain, just like Devin, He was weight drain. Yep. So we can't give Crawford any credit. We can't give Crawford any credit. So you take away Spitz, who he got on his resume? He got Sean Porter, he got Kell Brook. He ain't got nobody. His resume ain't shit. Majamov gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be coming up with all that shit, man. Goddamn bunch of haters don't want to never take no time off, man. So while they working, I gotta work too. 154 pounds is lit. Buzz jumping right into the thick of it. Yes, sir. What better way to do it? To insert yourself into the cast. You know what I'm saying? What better way to make a debut than the representation of the Turk getting a nice check from royalty, the first ever in the U.S. He will be a part of that. And also, it will allow people to witness him going for his 4th divisional crowns in a unification match. And it's gonna be awesome. He's the main event, man. He's in the presence of royalty, bro. Come on, man. He's in the presence of royalty. This is the guy who they always talking about. He was blocked. You can't block God's plan if the man is doing everything he's supposed to do. You can complain all you want and hate, and you want to glorify the villain. Go right ahead, but they ain't winning right now. They ain't winning. I ain't gonna lie. Them villains, they're not winning, bro. They are not winning. The good guys are winning. Right now, the good guys are winning, man. The villains are not winning. Yeah, for real. Big Turk. Hey, shout out to Big Turk. He's coming over here August, man. Big Turk inbound. Big Turk. I wonder what he'll say about it. Hey, Big Turk. What up, man? Welcome to the U.S. Hey, you need anything, let me know. I know you be getting yours on. You need that good. Let me know. Turk. We got you, Turk. By the eye test, this Majramov dude looks real strong, skilled, and aggressive. If you watch his fights, man, he ain't no punk. Majramov is not no bum. See, the U.S. fans have a bad habit of fighters that they're not familiar with or they don't want to be familiar with. But in this case, Majramov is going to have more fans than he ever imagined because he's in there gracing the square across from a fighter who has many haters. You know what I'm saying? And those haters mostly look like him. So Majramov is going to be really confused at this. He's like, why so many black fight fans support me? They know not who I am. Why do they support me? Oh, because they don't like Crawford. You're right. They do not. They know like Crawford. So they fake support me. I don't like. They fake support me. I don't like. They get too close. I punch them in the face. I split their forehead open. I don't like fake support. Hey, Majramal gonna say, no, I don't sign nothing. I don't give no picture. I don't, and then no. You know, like Crawford. I like Crawford. I like his style. I respect him. You're a U.S. citizen. You don't respect Crawford. You're no boxing fan. He right, man. Majramov said he liked Crawford. He respect his style. He did. He did, bro. Majramov wasn't on no hate shit like U.S. freaking fans are. They're going to be up there supporting Majramov. Majramov. Be at the sports bar yelling his name. Oh, man, I've been supporting Majramov since the AMs, bro. Dude's a killer. Crawford, man, I'm telling you, he going to be in for a world of hurt this fight, for real. I've been calling him since the amateurs. Just lying. Marjorie Marvin's talent, I think we're going to see another level of Bud's game. I mean, what level have you seen thus far, though? Because there's people out here saying that they haven't really had the opportunity to see him change levels because he's made it look so easy. What level are you speaking on? Because we haven't seen him really, people talk about him having a level change. Who forced him for a level change? Who? You got to ask yourself, who forced Bud to level change? What fight did that? Maybe Bud can find it in his heart to squeeze the big fish, the bone collector, the eye collector, the big dog, the boogeyman, the body snatcher, the true Spence Jr. to the prelims. Oh, man, disrespectful. You know damn well, Juice. You know damn well if the Sheik, a.k.a. Big Turk, Big Turk called up Al, say, hey, Al, I already got some fighters from PBC on the card. But I want one more fight on the card to set it off there, Al Puba. Yeah, just anything you want, Turk. Anything you want, Turk. All respect, my friend. Respect, okay? First and foremost, respect, my friend. Respect. But I was listening to this chat, and they said something. What about Errol Spence on the undercard? Yes, Errol Spence versus... No. He's not going to do it. You trying to embarrass him? No. I think it'll just take it over the top if Errol Spence was on the undercard. No, he ain't going to do it. He's not going to do it, Juice. But this guy, Juice, said it. It made sense now, Booba. Let him out. Let him out to play, man. You let him go to Vegas? And that went to shit. You're not getting that. We don't know who he's fighting. Put him on the undercard. Come on, man. The card is going to be lit. I give him a real good opponent. Somebody's not going to make him look like Crawford did. I'm just saying it's possible. I call him up. And then you got to think of it like this too, Juice. I don't think he's with a trainer. We haven't seen him with a new trainer yet. Being that Diddy James was able to get a win with Ryan Garcia, Errol Spence may reassess his decision and say, you know what? I like what I seen in there with Ryan. I did win 20 grand off of him. I'm going to go back over to Diddy. I'm going to pay him his money, and I'm going to go back over there to Diddy for one last party. No, pause. No Diddy part. I'm talking about, Diddy James, bitch. I'm talking about my trainer. When Bud cleans out 154, no one can question his greatness. At that point, it would be about where we rate him amongst all-time greats. I agree with that. That's facts. That's facts. Right now he does, to all-time greats. You're talking about the 3-belt era versus the 4-belt era. That's when it's going to come into play. How many title defense, how long they rank, stuff like that. That's a tough one. And also, a lot of the greats have losses on their records. But a lot of the greats have better competition back then because the whole sport was different. And their quality of competition was better. Fighters fought each other, for that paycheck and for that legacy. Today in time, you already know what it is. These fighters are all bitching and complaining. Talking about sit down, be the challenger, take less money. Shut up. They talking about they get nothing from the fight. I get nothing from the fight, nothing. High risk, no reward. I get nothing. Man, come on, bro. I got to get to his chin first. 50 Red forgot about the chin when they chin getting touched up. Hey, like you said, leave him horizontal. You know what I'm saying? Leave him horizontal, man. Real talk. Appreciate it. Shout out to MKB in the building. Martin King Boxing on deck. Chop World Combat Sports. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up, man. I can't remember a card that deep in my lifetime. And I'm 49. I do. I do. I remember. I remember some deep cards. I remember some deep cards. Yes, sir. I mean, it's been we've had some deep cards. It's just I think boxing fans have been starving for this moment. You know what I'm saying? We just been waiting for this time to come with some big fights. We couldn't get David Benavidez Canelo. We couldn't get Crawford Canelo. We couldn't even get Jamel Crawford. I mean, just anybody to challenge. You know what I'm saying? Just anybody to challenge. Yo, we got Dimitri Bivol, but who knew Dimitri Bivol prior to him stepping in there with Canelo like that? No one really know except, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. Even though he had a great performance, he earned new fans. I mean, who knew about Bivol before Canelo fought him? I knew he did his thing. He became 2 division undisputed, but I mean, nobody's even talking about what he was able to do. I think in the last, since the pandemic, you know, we might have had some big fights, but they was absent of a full card. But there have been some big cards in the past, in my opinion, that's bigger than this. Because Andy Cruz ain't established yet, right? He's not established. El Rayo had back-to-back losses. You know what I'm saying? Even though I felt he won against Chris Colbert, he's still depicting a loss, right? It wasn't definitive. And that's Chris Colbert. But, you know, for him to be in there with Isaac Cruz, a person who, yes, he lost to Gervonta Davis, but he won against Rolly. Was he expected not to win against Rolly? Rolly was the weakest champion in the super lightweight division, and goddamn Isaac finally got his opportunity. But Isaac is a known quack, duck, goose. He's ducked a lot of people at 35, man. You know what I'm saying? He ducked a lot of freaking people. Virgil Ortiz didn't want no part of Crawford at 47. But I will accredit Virgil Ortiz. He said he really fight the big names. He wasn't ducking no smoke. But his team, on the other hand, they didn't want him to fight Crawford. So he had to go a different route. He had a hiatus. And then, you know, he just now returning. You know, he had a fight that was very, very short. So, yes, Virgil Ortiz is a damn good fighter in my opinion. But Tim Tszyu. Yeah, Tim Tszyu was elevated email champion. You know how I'm breaking this card down? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shit on this card because it's a hyped card. You know what I'm saying? It has that good energy. But, you know, Tim Tszyu, you know, the way he got his title and the individuals he fought. Is anybody talking about Brian Mendoza? You know, he stepped in there with Sebastian Fundora, who was just coming off a knockout, right? And he beat the guy who knocked him out. Yes. Yes. He beat Mendoza. But the guy who was knocked out got a win over him. Is this card, you know, it can dissolve pretty quickly when you're talking about some of the best cards in history. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the Andy Ruiz, the Jarrell Miller suspension. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot that you can put with this shit, man, that you can break it down. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. The Texas MS gonna complain, hot grease Wednesday. They can complain all they want, man. They can't do shit but talk. That's all. They can do shit but talk. Finally, a fight card worth paying for. Yeah, a lot of people gonna pay for this 816. Shout out to you on deck in the building. People gonna pay. You know, Canelo, you know, I must use Canelo since, you know, he felt it would be cool to charge us $89.99 to face Jaime Munguia. Jaime. $89.99? And you giving me a Jaime? Jaime? Excuse me? What are you doing, Saul? Saul is charging us $89.99, y'all, for a Jaime. Let's see if the haters can say this fight is not going to sell. That's their default language there, OG. They're always going to say that shit. WCS over there hyping up the card. Ain't nothing going on with this card, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody did that special on that card. Who cares about this card, man? Virgil Ortiz ain't did shit. He been out the ring, inactive. He's an inactive fighter. He ain't did shit. Goddamn Tim Tszyu just lost to Sebastian Fundora. He had a split on his head. Should have never got the split on the head. He lost. Goddamn Sebastian Fundora got his title. He couldn't even goddamn unify the division. You know what I'm saying? Some Fundora been knocked out by a fighter that Tim Tszyu beat. But yeah, he couldn't beat the fighter that was knocked out. This card is trash, man. It's trash. And then they had a nerve to put Crawford in there with a guy who only has 11 fights to his 40 fights. That's a mismatch. But they say he got power in both hands. I don't want to hear that shit, man. This guy's trash, man. I don't even know who his name. What's his name? Manubo? What's his name, man? Marshmallow? You know how the U.S. fans are always making up all these aliases and shit. Like East Cavalasu was green beans. Okay. One thing different about Crawford is he don't have to do much. A lot of these guys out here screaming, yelling, and sweating, trying to get the point across, and Crawford just sitting back with class. Well, he's been living the fighter's lifestyle and acting that way. We did have the opportunity to see him almost get active at the press conference because people was running their mouth too much. And look, I have to say this, Crawford was trying to speak that peace. You know what I'm saying? He did come over there on his MLK shit. And he was trying to bring his people together because it can get sticky real quick. Per the words of Crawford, it can get sticky real quick. But they didn't want to hear that shit, y'all. They didn't want to hear that shit. They, you know, my people sometimes don't want to hear peace at all. You know what I'm saying? They want destruction. I'm inspired that I'm a fan out of when you're true and authentic, things just line with who you are instead of you having to align with the world. It's very complex to try to align yourself with the world. You have so many moving parts in the world, though. You know what I'm saying? You need to get yourself centered and aligned with who you are, how you move, what you accept and don't accept. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on in the world for you to try to acclimate with all this that's going on. It's just too much. But some people love being in the whirlwind of misery, man. They love putting themselves deep into it. They love it. And they wonder why they go out here walking around in a circle in traffic and get ran over, man. You know what I'm saying? They just up here just want to be a part and get brainwashed on this social media. Can't let it go. They got to hope that this channel comes on so they can talk bad about a fighter. You know what I'm saying? They hate Crawford so much when he's not in the ring, they talking about him. When he returns back to, look, this they say, he's inactive. But he was waiting for Spence to get his mind to get, no, that's over with. Spence, that's been months ago. He's still inactive. Okay, he's headed back to the ring August 3rd. Against who? Israel Madrimov. Who? What? Man, please. Where did he get that guy at? The border? Who is he? I hope my gear can shock the world. I can't stand Canelo. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. You 49 years old. I'm pretty sure you know damn well how to spell. And if you hoping that to happen with Mongear, you better respell. You better add some O's and P's. I'm serious. You better add some side dishes to that hope. You better extend it. You better extend that shit as long as you go. Because it ain't fucking happening. It ain't happening, Shouty. For real. Shout out to Samar Warren with the $10 super chat. Lighting up the Christmas tree once again. Salute WCS. This fight card is fire. But damn, we couldn't get Charlo versus Harrison trilogy on this card as well. No, Samar, we can't do that, you know, because Tony, the Tony that was in there talking his talk after beating Jamel Charlo the first time, I believed him. I don't talk. Tony walks in the room and he ain't no bum. He ain't no sucker. I've talked to him. For real. He ain't no sucker. But, you know, Charlo was able to stop him. Then he went in there and it's fresh in the memories of fight fans with Tim Tszyu. He got slaughtered, knocked out cold. I wouldn't want to see that fight. Even with Jermell Charlo coming off the boxing track and field team and setting his PR, you know what I'm saying? He was able to set his PR in there with Canelo. I still don't want to see that. I don't want to see both of them in there. I don't want to see it. Seriously. I would like to see like Jarrett Hurd against Jermell Charlo, because Jermell Charlo never fought Jarrett Hurd when he was, unified champion. They never fought each other. You know what I'm saying? Jarrett Hurd ended up getting beat by J-Rock. And then all of a sudden Jermell Charlo comes in there and fight the guy who beat J-Rock, Jason Rosario. You know what I'm saying? How did that work out? Why you just never fought Jarrett Hurd? You fought the guy who beat the guy. And he want to percolate. He hit him with a jab. Jason, here comes the percolator. Here comes the percolator. Here comes the percolator. Here comes the man, get out of here. Grubhub. For real, man. Goddamn, Jared. Hey, dog. Hey, Jarrell Miller, goddamn, deliver your shit, boy. It'll be a corner of a piece of bread. It'll be a half a fry left in there. And all the crumbs will be, falling off his freaking cheekbone. I never understand the hate for Bud. All he does is put heads to bed. Sometimes that you need more than that, man. Like, just think about it. These cats would rather, support the fighter who's been out here taking L's. I mean, L's that obviously people say affected your career now. Just think if he never would have had the accident in 2019. I mean, that Spence before then was just talking. I mean, he seemed confident and all that shit. I mean, maybe, people will want to believe him when he come in here and talking about, now you got to deal with the big dog. I'm going to chop him down. Like, maybe with one loss, he would have had a better performance with Crawford. I'm not saying that was the reason, because he had beat DSG and Yadina Sukas, but I'm just saying, like, they just picked the person that they want to hate on in this era, the Wilder and Crawford. Wilder and Crawford is the most hated black fighters among all fighters of this era. I don't think there's any other fighters has been hated on worse than Wilder and Crawford. They hate on Wilder for not having skills, all around technical skills. And they hate on Bud, who has all around technical skills. They just hate on him because he was matched up against another black fighter that was more popular than him. The Boots Spence fans on the way to Marjamal camp to root him on. No shade to Spence and Boots. Yeah. They out there with the lights on they mobile phones and shit, serenading. You know what I'm saying? Letting Marjamal know they support him, they embrace him, they welcome him. We welcome you to the West Coast, Marjamal. We love you. Just beat that guy. 40-1. A 40-1. A 40-1. You know what I'm saying? Them hating ass motherfuckers, dog. They gonna try their best. They gonna come over there with freaking COVID mask on too. They gonna come over there with the shiesty specials on. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like they from where Marjamal is from. Them are freaking Americans over there. Bud echoed what I heard a lot of people say. Marjamal is the best at 154. Yeah. I told the audience that earlier. That when he was asked about moving up to 154, and they always want to ask about challenges and stuff like that. He said, I'm pretty much challenging myself. I consider Marjamal to be the best at 154. So that's why I'm fighting him. And he did get some claps. You know what I'm saying? He did get some claps. There's some people that actually believed him. In the Mean Machine fight, Bud went to another level after the third round. Yeah, man. And, he pulled out that somebody hit that lever. You know what I'm saying? Nuck if you buck lever. Let the dog out the yard lever. Silverback lever. That's what happened. Shout out to Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, some more the OG in the building. What's good with it, brother? You say last time a fighter seen the final bell versus Bud, Obama was addressing the country from the Oval Office. Ain't that a beer? Why you need to bring that up, man? They just look. They probably didn't know that. They didn't know that piece of history. Now they have to deal with it, and they're in the process of trying to properly plan their moments of protest. They trying to plan their calendar, Juice. You know how they act like, oh man, they concerned about him not coming. He ain't been back to the ring. Oh, he ain't been back to the ring yet. He's inactive. He turned 37 in September. He didn't look that good against Spence. It's just Spence looked bad. And then when they find out he coming back, they say he fighting nobody. Oh, it's okay, man. The card ain't all that. Man, please. Why Big Turk, man? Why he up there, they ain't picking Crawford to be the main event for what, man? His card, that shit gonna flop. How much y'all think? How many PPV? What's the pay-per-views gonna look like? Man, he ain't gonna do more than like 15 to 16,000, man. The venue's small anyway. You know what I'm saying? The ticket's probably gonna be for like what, $10, $15? He's bad for business, man. He move funny. I done heard it all with these cats, bro. I done heard it all, man. I've heard it all. For real. I've heard it all. Shout out to Joe on deck. Canelo might win, but I might take a chance and bet 500 on Jaime McGill just in case he pulls that Ryan Garcia. To be honest with you, bro, you come in here under the alias G.I. Joe, and you know goddamn better than that. You probably went through a lot of things in your life that you felt that G.I. Joe was the alias that's gonna really, put you in a level of confidence, right? But coming on here leaving a comment like that, it ain't no fucking way. Jaime McGill is not gonna have a Garcia moment. Why? Because Canelo is not Devin Haney. There's no shade on Haney, man. Come on, Jaime McGill, the way he looked at them with John Ryder, using his face as a defense mechanism. If you want to block shots, just put your face out there and don't move. Stand right there. That's all you need to do. Vote for me in 2024. Donald Trump. Facial mask. Defense. Guaranteed. You won't get hit by nobody. You know what I mean? People hate me. I don't care. I don't ever bleed. You don't see me doing anything except continue to move forward. Man, you must be out your mind, bro. Talk about bet 5 on McGill. Hey, you might have money like that. You might have money to burn like that. Jaime McGill is not going down in history as the one to come in here and defeat Canelo Alvarez. He's not. He's not. I know Jaime McGill has some strange people who support him. And most of those people are partially blind. Damn near legally blind. They just like the name. Jaime McGill. They don't really know who he is. Bud said he's been talking to the Turk since 2021. Turk was trying to make the Spence fight, but Jaime wouldn't let him touch it. I can believe it. But that's good info. I didn't know he was talking to the Turk. I know at one point in time, Crawford was mention that, he had some hedge fund people. And he always mentioned that he's glad he didn't include them in the deal because it would have been bad with him paying back the money and then a percentage on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So Crawford knows some big dogs in life. He knows some heavy hitters, some shakers and movers. He does. But, that's what came out in the wash, man. When the first negotiation faltered, they said Al didn't want nobody else to touch the fight. But he wanted them to wait to 2023 to fight for net pay? Huh? They wanted him to wait to 2023 to fight for net pay? Once again, it's good. Patience and everything else is good. It's good. Shout out to my guy Town, business, sports, and entertainment in the building. What's good, man? August the 3rd, can't wait to get to LA. Yes, it's gonna be hot, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, BMO hosts 22,000. Y'all seen that out there. For sure. For sure. Shout out to Town, man. A frontliner on them streets, the media streets for boxing. 37-year-old Sergey was smacking Jaime Munguia up. Canelo not finna lose to that man. No, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? Look what John Ryder was doing before he got knocked out. He landed some pretty good combinations, man. But in order for them to sell the Canelo fight, John Ryder got the orders, man. Come on, bro. He went the distance with Canelo, and then he falls short with Jaime Munguia to boost up and pretend like Jaime's got that firepower. I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying it. I've been living long enough to know how Hollywood works. You know what I'm saying? And especially how boxing can give the orders. For real. It's just like Canelo walking in there with Julio Chavez Jr. And he already had the Gennady Golovkin fight signed. What's going to be the outcome of Canelo Chavez Jr.? That's a tough one. Like Chavez had a chance of winning. No, he became a Mexican punching bag. You know what I'm saying? That's all that we seen. Hold on for a second. I'm still here. I'm just waiting for this damn thing to move. Hold on for a second. Collins Jr. on deck. What's good? A certain channel said the Bud card is just decent. You can't make this up. Who was that? Okay, oh, come on now. You know they the ultimate Bud haters. You know they the ultimate Bud haters. But to each his own. Yeah, you know I gotta get into my ad lib bag every now and then. That blunt, you know how it goes, man. You know what I'm saying? People complain about it, but they listen. Somebody needs to put Canelo to sleep like Marquez put Pacquiao in snore mode. I don't know if it's gonna change anything because Canelo's following is so huge. I don't think it'll really matter if he got put to sleep. They'll just say, oh, Canelo's been fighting since he's 15 years old. Give him a break, goddammit. Give him a break. The man's been putting all the hours and hard work and effort into the sport of boxing. He's bound to get knocked out sooner or later. Give him a break already. God dang, lay off. Canelo will be up 4 rounds as soon as the opening bell ring. And you ain't lying, right? Just like Bivol. Just like Bivol that town. Hey, just like Bivol. Canelo gonna be up 4 rounds already, man. You know, they're gonna act like, dang, why is Canelo not really trying to put no effort in the Jaime Munguia? And then he started fighting in the 8th round. And then the scores come back. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm driving to LA. No plane ride. I'm driving to LA. I'm going to have my bag with me. I ain't talking about no gym bag. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, bro. For real, I hear you. Hey, I hear you big time. I seen that hate runs rampant, but they bought the Martin vs. Ortiz pay-per-view. Hey man, some individuals, you know, that's just gonna you know, always give you the same, you know, easy, predictable energy, you know, and call themselves boxing fans. Hey, I'm not mad at them. They've been that way for a while. So if they say it's okay, they definitely gonna be tuned into it because they themselves are the ones that want to see if Bud is gonna lose or not. That's all. Especially after the Haney situation happened with Garcia. You know, they're going to be the ones up here, the closer the fight get. Now, you know what we seen on that date. I don't want to bring it up, but it's possible. Ryan Garcia showed us all. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Juice. That's why they do it. That's why they do it, man. These channels, they talk about, you know, they hate on a certain boxer whose name is popular in the algorithm. They continue to talk on them. And all they do, they just say negative shit. And they give them the most freaking views. I mean, where's the versatility at? What's crazy is that Greg versus Virgil Ortiz is a favorite fighter. You can't make this up. I don't understand. Let me see. Greg says Virgil's. You know, okay. but the card is trash. It's okay. But Virgil Ortiz your favorite fight. I get it. Bomac explained the game plan today. It's undisputed or nothing at all. Yeah, we understand that they're going for undisputed again. Shout out to D-Cypher. What's good? We've been talking about that all live. Let me get back to my you know, shout out to you on deck, man. I see you. D-Cypher on deck. Salute to you. But this is you know, for those of you that love coming up with critiques, you know, they're gonna say, oh, Terrence Crawford looks small for 154. Madrimov look huge, man. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is shorter than Madrimov, you know, and all that. But this is them side by side, and this is the actual box rec. You know what I'm saying? It's official. It's on box rec. Terrence looking great shape already. Madrimov does look a bit big right now. I'm not saying he look a little pudgy around the midsection, but the fight ain't the August. You know what I'm saying? So he has time to shed those pounds. For real, he has time to shed those pounds. In the pressure quotes, Crawford said, I'm proud to partner. To partner now. I'm proud to partner with Riyadh Season and Turk Al-Sheikh on their first boxing event in the United States. I cannot wait to get back in the ring in my 4th weight class and remind the world why I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, said Terrence Crawford. Israel Madrimov is a tremendous and entertaining fighter, but on August 3rd, he will be my next victim. This is the Terrence Crawford era. Talk that hot grease, Terrence. Let him know what's cooking, man. Look, the best thing about that, Terrence, is your fight is August 3rd. I know you listened to you. I know you heard me on my live there, Terrence, that we're gonna have a year anniversary, and then August 3rd is only a matter of just hours. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about July 29th falls on a Monday this year. Last year, that ill-fated day of the T-Mobile massacre landed on a Saturday, y'all, right before Sunday. And it was brutal. It changed churches forever because they didn't know why they were so packed. The aerosexuals had to go ask for forgiveness and repent their sins. July 29th falls on a Monday this year. And the 3rd is on that Saturday. So that whole week is going to be an anniversary. You remember that song? Celebration time. Come on. We're going to be celebrating a year anniversary all the way until that goddamn August 3rd fight card where Terrence Crawford goes in there and contend for the unification as super welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Come on. What better date, man? You think Crawford didn't know that? He wanted us to celebrate for the whole week. We're going to be celebrating the whole 1-year anniversary. The haters are going to celebrate it too. I'm just putting it out there. The haters going to celebrate it too. Marjamal said, Terrence Crawford is one of my favorite boxers and one of the best boxers in the world. Said Marjamal. I am very excited to get this opportunity to make a statement, and I will, inshallah. So he's confident. Crawford's confident. The only thing we waiting on is for them to ring the bell. Because we know they both going to make weight. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting for them to ring the bell so this can become official. That's all. After purses are revealed, Scamson going to be begging Bud for a fight. You know what I'm saying? Scamson. Yeah, Scamson, man. Hey, Scamson up there talking about, it's not going to happen. Crawford thinks he's getting 50. It never happened. I'm Scamson, the mighty Scamson. Hey, this man can't stop Crawford. He's about to fight August 3rd for one of Honduras' interim belts. And then potentially going to fight Fundora, man. You ain't going to have nothing to talk about because the Sheik is going to be in charge of it. You got what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposedly not going to be back to September. They presented the documentation. So they're going to be able to hold out to September. And then supposedly, you know, if he cleared and everything, him and Crawford supposedly may fight December 31st. I wonder what the haters going to say then. You're trying to tell me we're going to have a 3rd year where Crawford is going to be the topic of discussion bringing into the new year? 22 to 23? 23 to 24, and then potentially 24 to 25? What? It's going to be crazy, y'all. It's going to be absolutely insane. Real time. Hey, appreciate y'all. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. Salute to the ones who dropped those super chats. You know what I'm saying? Samad Warren, $10 on deck in the Christmas tree. Thanks for the ornament. You know what I'm saying? Big Blunts and Boxing with the $2 ornament on the Christmas tree, making it shine and light up the chat. Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, with the $10 ornament. Appreciate you. Thomas Morris with the $2 ornament. The Christmas tree was shining bright heading into this fight card. You know what I'm saying? Shining bright. But y'all hold it down till next time, man.